I find many saying to first themselves obviously, that they have found favor in taking this time in terms of this quarantine to realize things about themselves that they admire, as to also find things of themselves which needs complete change, or things inside which could be improved if given the love and time offered for that improvement. All of this is beneficial as well as revealing. We need to also understand that there is obviously something implanted within this system which has caused many of us to lose sight of what was harming us as human beings in regards to areas in our lives that of course upon a personal. This system has forever been designed with a pace movement which has been motivated by way of the greed and urgency of its own ambitions to fulfill the evil implications of those who are living off of the blood and sweat of those who have been conditioned to have to work inside of it for their own survival. The pace of this system's origin was the sting of the whip upon the slave's back rather upon a plantation during the plight of slavery in this land, or upon the slave ships of Rome of when every creed of people, male and female, were in the bottom of the ship, pulling the tugs to keep the ship going. This same pace has been applied more sophisticated and therefore been made incorporated through the 8 to 10 hour shifts enforced upon the minds and hearts of the governed, as well as the punishment of being late, working too slow, or even being made to be terminated for reasons against the hearts and minds of the people, and suddenly thrown to the wolves who have been made to think that they are secure in their lot when they are in the same condition once fitting time happens to them. Today, as it has been for many centuries since the harsh times of Roman slave ships and slavery in this country, the same formula has been utilized in a manner of which is even more damaging because it has been made less obvious because of the lack of using the whip upon the physical for the slave to motivate themselves more faster or more effectively, not for themselves in particular, but for the corporate so-called giants who are in control over those who have been made to suffer under those before them, being taken out of the fields of self-preservation and forcefully attached to the plow of those who are in fact the weak, whom have an appointed time for failure and death. The primary point to all of this is for many of us to understand the importance of making the time to deal with yourself more personally, beneficially and productively, and not to perceive that time as not possible until this government decide to create another time of pandemic to experiment upon your life, for a time coming of when they will be able to dominate it completely, because of being able to control it this day with fear, as they formerly did with the threat of the whip, or through their religion in threatening you with the hell that we are obviously already living in. Free yourself. It's been time for that. The most deadly whip is the one unseen and unfeeling. David Anthony Breboy.